Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before introducing myself, my name is Alvita Dwi Savitri with number 121230019. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to present the topic of affinity with a specific topic, namely the role of the size of affinity gen in the detection and characterization of extracellular vesicles. So before going into future material, I will explain about affinity in the context of biochemistry and molecular biology. Uh, what what is affinity? Affinity in the context of biochemistry and molecular biology refers to the strength of the attraction or interaction that occurs between two molecules. Think of it like a magnet. The stronger the magnet attracts, the greater the affinity. Similarly, with molecules, the stronger the bond between the two, the higher the affinity. In addition, what is meant by affinity ligands? So, affinity ligands are molecules that bind specifically to certain target on the surface of extracellular vesicles or EVAs. These molecules, often referred to as ligands or marker, have a crucial role in the process of AV identification, isolation, and characterization. They are designed to interact with specific molecules on the surface of EVS, such as proteins, lipids, or carbohydrate. There are several things related to lignin affinity according to the title itself. The first is the role of size. The title highlights the importance of the size of these affinity ligands. The size of ligands can significantly affect its ability to by bind to target molecules on EVS. Smaller ligands may be able to access and bind target in more complex environments, such as the EV surface, which can be crowded by other molecules. Large ligands, although potentially offering higher binding affinity, may have difficult- difficulty assessing the target site due to steric hindrance. EV detection and characterization. By understanding the role of ligand size, research can optimize the design of affinity-based method to detect and characteristic EVS. This knowledge could lead to the development of more sensitive and specific tools to study EVs. EVs, which are increasingly re- recognized as important player in various biological process and diseases. Before going deeper into this research, I will first explain in this introduction that there is a definition of extracellular vesicles or IVS, which is a heterogeneous population of cell-derived membrane structure that contain a diversity of contents, including proteins, nucleic acids, lipids, and metabolites. So to be clear, extracellular vesicles (UVS) are highly versatile nanocyte structures released by almost all cell types. They play an important role in intercellular communication, influencing a wide range of biological process from development and homeostasis to disease progression. One of the most interesting aspect of IVS is their heterogeneity. This means that EVS can vary significantly in size, shape, composition, and function. The second is their critical role in psy physiological and pathological process. UVS are actively exploited for the development of new next generation therapies and diagnostic. Emphasize the importance of extracellular vesicles in normal physiological processes and disease condition. This statement emphasize their potential as a tool for development innovative therapies and diagnostic for psy, uh, physiological process. Sorry. Intercellular communication. UVS facilitate intercellular communication by transferring bioactive molecule such as protein, lipid, and nucleic acid. This allows cells to coordinate their function and maintain homeostasis. Second is cell signaling. EVS can carry signaling molecules that activate specific pathways in target cell, affecting their behavior and gene expression. Uh, Three, homeostasis. UVS play a role in maintaining the body internal balance by regulating various physiological process such as immune response, wound healing, and tissue development. Next, pathological process. First, to cancer. UVS release big cancer cells can promote tumor growth, metastasis, and drugs resistance by transferring oncogenic protein and nucleic acid to other cells. Neurogenetic neurodegenerative disease UVS can cause the spread of misfolded proteins, a hallmark of disease such as Alzheimer and Parkinson's between neurons. Therapeutic and diagnostic application. Drug delivery UVS can be engineered to carry therapeutic agents such as drug or genetic material to specific target cell. This approach can improve drug delivery efficiency and reduce side effect. Uh, Second, biomarks AVS contain molecular marks that reflect the state of the cell they come from. Analyzing the content of EVS in blood or other body fluids can provide valuable information for diagnosing and monitoring disease. Cell therapy EVS delivery derives from stem cell or other therapeutic cell can be used to repair damaged tissues and promote regeneration. The third is the protein surface on EVS is an ideal molecular target for UV characterization, UV detection, or tracking, and UV-based diagnostic using affinity probe. Emphasize the opportunities of the protein surface of extracellular vesicles as a target for various applications, including characterization, detection, tracking, and diagnostic. Uh, Here is an explanation of why the protein surface is so important. First, if uh, AV characterization, identification, and classification. The protein composition of the EV surface can help identify the cell of origin and the type of EV. Each exosomes microvesicles. Two, UV detection and tracking. Affinity-based probes, antibodies, or the affinity ligands can be designed to bind specifically to protein on the EV surface. These probes can be lit with fluorescent tech or other marks which enable detection and visualization of EVs in complex biological samples. 3. EV-based diagnostic biomarker discovery. EV protein profiles can be a valuable source of biomarkers for various diseases. By analyzing the presence or abundance of certain protein in EVS, disease can be diagnosed early and disease progression can be monitored. The fourth is small amenity probes with excellent specifically sp- specification, specificity and high binding amenity can be advantageous compared to large monoclonal antibodies in EV studies. Small affinity probes such as Tamars, peptides, or small molecular ligands over several advantage over large monoclonal antibodies in EV studies. 1. Superior penetration, smaller size. Small probes can more easily penetrate complex biological metric, including tissue and cellular environment, where EVS often reside. To increase specificity, target binding, small probes can be designed to bind to specific epitopes on EV proteins, reducing the risk of non-specific binding and improving detection accuracy, reduce reduce hindrance. The complex size minimizes steric hindrance, which enable precise targeting of specific EV subtype. 3. Higher binding affinity. Optimist interaction. The small probe can be engineered to have a high binding affinity to its target antigen, ensuring strong and specific interaction with EVS. Second, sensitive detection. High affinity, high affinity binding enables sensitive detection of even low amounts of EVS, increasing the detection limit in diagnostic testing. Cost-effective production. Simple synthesis small probe are generally uh, easier and cheaper to synthesize compared to large monoclonal antibodies, making them a more most and the more a more cost-effective choice for large-scale application. For flexibility in labeling and functionalization. With range of modification, small probe can be easily labeled with various marks such as flower, fluorescence dyes, radios, radios stops or affinity marks for these diverse applications such as imaging, tracking, and purification. Looking at some of the journal, like the one I list, which is microfluid microfluidics in neural extracellular vesicle characterization for early Alzheimer disease diagnosis. The highlight explained that extracellular vesicles play an important role in a variety of physiological and pathophysiological function. As I explained earlier in the introduction, in another journal, it discussed early diagnosis of Alzheimer disease allowing early intervention to delay neurodegenerative event. Methods in this study to investigate the impact of size ability on UV detection and characterization as follow. One, isolation and purification of UVS, uh, ultracentrifugation. This is a common method to isolate EVS by subjecting samples to high-speed centrifugation. Various centrifugation steps are used to separate EVS from other cellular components. Size exclusion chromatography. This is technique separates EVS based on their size by passing them through a column filled with porous bits. Smaller EVS exit smaller than large ones. Polymer-based precipitation. This method uses polymer to precipitate precipitate UVS from solution, which allow further isolation and concentration. Uh, Two, ligand affinity preparation, antibody production. Antibodies specific to UV surface mark may be generated using standard immunization on technique which are pursued commercially. Antibodies used in this study are one anti-human CD um, 9 biotin conjugate antibodies, anti-human CD9 PE conjugate antibody, anti-human CD AQ1 biotin conjugate antibody, anti-human CD8 VITC conjugate antibody, anti-human CD uh, 6-3 biotin conjugate antibody, anti-human VITC conjugate antibody, anti-human HER2 HRP conjugate antibody, anti-human HER2 ITC conjugate antibody, anti-human VITC conjugate antibody, anti-human HER2 conjugate antibody, most G1 biotin conjugate isotype control. Everybody production. Everybody small engineered protein with high affinity and specificity are likely produced using patch display or other molecular biology technique. The everybody's use are anti-human HER2 VITZ conjugate everybody's and anti-human HER2 HRP conjugate antibodies. EV as labeling and detection. Fluorescence labeling. Fluorescence labeling is a technique that involves adding a fluorescence molecule fluorophore to a substance or structure such as extracellular vesicles. When exposed to light of a specific wavelength, the fluorophore will absorb energy and emit light at longer wavelength, resulting in fluorescence emission. The intensity of this emit light is proportional to the amount of fluorophore bound to the sample. Commonly used fluorophores. Fluorescence isothiocyanate VITC often used because it's usually conjugated with protein and has a high fluorescence intensity. Detection and visualization. Fluorescence labeling allow detection and visualization of EVS with high sensitivity using fluorescence microscopy or flow cytometry. Data analysis. Flow cytometry data analysis. Data from flow cytometry experiment were analyzed using custom software to determine the percentage of the EUV population labeled with affinity lesions and to access the impact of lesions size on binding efficiency. Fluorescence microscopy image analysis. Image from fluorescence microscopy were analyzed to quantitate the number of labeled EVS and access the distribution of labeling. Statistical analysis statistical analysis statistical tests of likelihood for were used to compare the performance of different affinity lesions in terms of sensitivity, specificity, and binding efficiency. Everybody is a small genetically engineered engineered protein derived derived from the the domain of the protein A, protein of Staphylococcus aureus. This protein has a number of advances that make it attractive candidate candidate as an ability ligand to target extracellular vesicles. Advan- advantage, advantages advantage of everybody as an ability legend for EVS. One small size. Every everybody's are much smaller in size than traditional antibodies. This small size allow the antibody to more easily penetrate tissues and reach EV target more efficiently. High affinity and specificity. Antibodies can be engineered to have very high affinity and specificity to target antigens on the UV surface. This high specificity in is critical to ensure that the everybody only binds to the EV of interest and does that not interact with other cellular components. Stability. Everybody's are very stable agents, temperature, pH, and denaturation. This stability allows the antibody to be used in a very variety of experimental condition and clinical application. Easy of production. Everybody's can be produced on a large scale using recombinant expression system. This easy of production allow the development of different type of antibodies to target different type of EVS. Easy modification. Everybody's can be easily modified to in incorporate corporate different type of tech or other molecules. There, these modification allow everybody's to be used in various applications such as drug targeting, imaging, and UV isolation. Size and flexibility. Everybody, everybody. It's small size and flexible structure. Structure allow the everybody to maneuver in dense environments such as the surface of UVS. This make it easier to access uh, HER2 hidden among other membrane proteins. Monoclonal antibodies. Their large size and more rigid structure limit their accessibility. The five-part binding fragment may have difficulty reaching the hidden HER2 binding site. Binding efficiency. Everybody, due to their small size and ability to access more binding sites, everybody's can potentially bind more HER2 molecular per unit of EV surface area. Monoclonal antibodies. Its binding efficiency may be lower due to steric and accessibility limitation. HER2 UV detection. What is anti-HER2 antibody? Anti-HER2 antibodies are proteins specifically designed to recognize, recognize and attach to the HER2 human epidermal growth factor receptor 2 receptor. The HER2 receptor is a protein found on the surface of cell, especially breast cancer cells. In some cases of breast cancer, the HAR2 receptor can be overexpressed, leading to faster and more aggressive cancer cell growth. Everybody with its ability to bind more HER2, everybody can increase the sensitivity of detection of HER2 positive EVS. Monoclonal antibodies site having high affinity to HER2, the detection efficiency may be lower if many HER2 sites are in uh, accessible. Determination of the optimal lesion concentration is a crucial step in studies involving the interaction between lesions, such as HER2 monoclonal antibodies and HER2 positive extracellular vesicles (EVS). The right collagen concentration will ensure maximum binding efficiency without causing unwanted side effects such as a non-specific binding or receptor saturation. Why is ligand concentration important? Binding efficiency too low a concentration may result in not all EVS being bound by the legend, while too high a concentration might result in non-specific binding and reduce binding specificity, detection sensitivity, and optimal agent concentration will result in a strong and clear detection signal, making quantification and data analysis easier. Last, region saving. Using the right region concentration can save costs and reduce waste. Uh, this study makes a significant contribution to our understanding of the complexity of interaction between lesions and extracellular vesicles. Some of the key points that can be inferred from this finding are multifactoriality of lesion binding. Lesion binding to EVS is not only determined by the intrinsic affinity between the lesion and this target, but also influenced by contextual factors such as lesion size and EV surface architecture. This show that molecular interaction in biological system are highly complex and influenced by variety of variables. Dominant Second, dominant role of lesion size. Lesion size was shown to have a significant influence on binding efficiency. Lesions that are too large may be hindered by the EV surface structure, while lesions that are too small may have a low affinity. Potential artifact in EV protein profiling, the use of large label antibodies, especially for EV surface microdomain imaging, may introduce artifact in EV protein profiles. This is due to the potential steric hindrance and influence of the label on the interaction between the antibody and the target protein. This study makes a valuable contribution to our understanding of the complexity of the interaction between ligand, and EVS. Uh, the finding have broad implication for various research area, including including the development of new biomarkers, EV-based therapeutic, and understanding disease mechanism. By considering the factor that affect ligand binding, we can design better experiment and option more accurate result. So the last conclusion is as follows. First, advantage of the dimeric anti-HAR2 everybody molecule. Better accessibility. Despite its lower affinity, the smaller the size of the antibody allow it to access the HER2 receptor on EVS more easily, especially in dense environments such as EV surface. High detection sensitivity when labeled with HRP or VITC. Everybody is able to detect and quantify each AR2 positive EF is more sensitively compared to conventional antibodies in colorimetric and fluorescence polarization aside. Linear detection range, everybody is able to detect EVS within a concentration range that corresponds to clinical study findings, making it clinically relevant potential antibody application, improve AV detection. Scientific antibody can be a very useful to uh, useful to improve the sensitivity of AV detection in various biological samples. Sample. Liquid biopsy development. Everybody can form the basis of a new EV-based liquid biopsy development platform in enabling early cancer detection and therapy response monitoring. Everybody can be used to maintain that effectiveness of cancer therapy by tracking the number of HER2 positive EVS in the patient blood. This the dimeric anti-HAR2 everybody molecule over several advantage over conventional antibodies in the detection and quantification of her HER2 positive EF is EVS, its small size and ability to better access the HER2 receptor make it promising tool for the development of future AV-based cancer diagnostic and therapies. Mm. Thank you very much for your time. Sorry if there are long words. So thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.